All right, so we've come to the windy side and we're in a corner. So got Malachi and Hunter back here. Got over here so we can cast two different directions. And the wind's blowing into it. So first thing you do is not get hung in a tree. Gotta allow for the wind. Off of that. We'll edit that part out. Cast down the bank on the windy side. Now, the wind does three things for you, really. One, the most important thing it does is it breaks up the sun coming into the water. So, imagine looking through like fogged glass. You can tell there's something on the other side, but you don't really know what it is. It's the same thing when the fish look at your bait in the wind.
Look at that.
They know that something's moving through the water, but they don't know exactly what it is. They just know it's in the general shape of something that they eat, and it's moving.
Are you kidding me? Okay.
So,
Are you using this? What color are you using?
I'm using blue.
Oh, you suck.
They all work. Bullfrog's actually been best.
Is that the one I got?
No, you got molted brown. That's the second best.
Because you do not want to give me the best. That's why.
No, I don't have the best with me. That's why I asked you what you wanted before we left.
I don't know.
Because I was going to grab it.
I don't know. I'm just a fisherman. I don't know, Jack.
We've caught them on all the colors. And there's other colors in there if you want it. And there's a chartreuse one in there.
All I really want to do is come steal your fish one.
Okay, so Malachi's coming to this windy side.
Oh.
Malachi got hung in a tree.
No, I'm going to end up on the...
You know better than that.
It got caught on my arm. Okay. Of course I lost it though.
Huh?
I couldn't see where it was.
Oh. Malachi squirrel fishing.
I'm gonna just hold this pose for a second. Wait for
Okay.
a nice gust. Cause that's rad.
And you saw what he did.
Which was
jerked the rod.
completely wrong.
Do
Don't
not
it.
do that. You wait for it to settle and then work it out. And usually it'll come out. There you go.
I told you I had to wait for a gust of wind.
So this is not the windy side today, but I have caught a lot of fish here. So that's the second thing you look at. I mean, you know, where you've caught fish before. But if you don't have the sun and wind in your favorite spot, just give it a couple casts. Don't waste too much time on nostalgia. Just because they were there one time does not mean they're there this time. So this will be the last cast if we don't get anything here. We're gonna move around somewhere where the wind's hitting.
If you catch one off that one, I really do want to assist that. I caught his line.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and we got it recovered. without doing anything to his cast. So it was really, no. God, just good catch, Dad. Well, hey, it's a bass, only smaller.
It's a tiny bass.
I think this game's rigged. I think Dad's just going first. All right, that's 2-0 to nothing.
Well, 1.5 to nothing.
1.5 to nothing. That makes sense. You doing?
Catching any?
Nah, I suck.
Just missed one. Right at the bank. Tried to short line me. I just missed one. I had one short line me right at the bank. Huh? I don't have another one with me. So, the windy sunny side did not work out quite so well. Sometimes that happens, but it's the best place to check.
So you're not going to give me a blue one?
Huh?
So you're not going to give me the blue one?
I can.
Well, you don't need, you want me to Bob Munden it off your line?
I mean, how bad are you going to feel when I catch one on the molted brown, though?
All right, listen, I'll just keep the molted brown, right?
All right. So this is another one of those nostalgia points for me, but it's always a place I check because it's a corner. You always want to, no matter what the wind's doing, no matter anything, you always want to check the corners. Corners, points, anything that's different around the edge. And it doesn't have to be very big. I mean, it can just be a little section of bank sticking a foot out more than the rest of it. You always want to cast across it. You know, that doesn't mean that we're going to catch anything right here. But we do want to make a couple casts in it because I have caught them here when really you shouldn't.
We were all talking smack about his, pretty sure I caught bait.
That's what we call a tiny bass.
Tiny bass.
Tiny bass. Yes. Hey, it's a fish. Gets the skunk off anyhow.
I had a bite.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where
I
at?
think it may have been his fish.
Oh,
Look, you just gave me a tip.
what's that?
He needs one to catch a fish. Needs some professor knowledge.
Some small water professor knowledge.
Yeah.
First is cast it where you get out there. That's tip number one.
Okay. I didn't even see
Perfect.
Okay. Well, you're casting kind of out in the middle, and you don't really. That's not ideal. Most fish out in the middle are not active. If they're out there, they're just kind of chilling, doing their thing, not actively feeding. Most of the feeding fish are going to be up toward the bank somewhere. And most of the catchable fish are going to be against the bank where the wind's hitting it.
Also not in a tree.
Also not in a tree. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here where the wind is. Well, there's a guy coming over here too. Dang it.
Get out of the tree.
Oh, we got to help him get out of the tree.
I actually have no idea where it is. I just see the line.
You're way over there.
You know, now you say something, Dad, I might jump up one of those swim baits on just start. Don't you do it. I'll climb it. The eel needs saved. All right, so you guys got to see the shenanigans over here. Dad is helping Hunter get out of a tree. We're going to see how this goes. I'm gonna sit.
See it. Right there. All right, see that little limb up there, Malachi?
Hold on.
Take this. See it?
Malachi.
Can you point it out to me?
Right there. See this limb here? Yeah. The first, not this first limb, it's the second limb up. Over on that limb, there's kind of a limb with no. No, next limb up. No, the next big limb up. No, that one. There you go. That limb. See it? Oh, yeah. Should be able to get it now. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Get out?
No. We probably should have done that differently. Probably should have just had you bite it off. It's right here now, though. Oh. Yeah. What?
As funny as it would be to see you fall in the water, please don't.
I will try not to. No guarantees, though.
Oh. Made it out alive. Thanks.
Didn't need the knife out. Okay.
The eel shall be saved.
The tadpole.
I
Tiny tadpole.
Sorry, the tadpole. I apologize.
We got it. Malachi got it. Because I would have not. We're going to do this.
Oh my lord. Yeah. I'm not even trying to. Just make sure you pull your line. Because, oh boy, what we got here?
A little bass.
I'm really wanting someone to catch a yellow belly off these things.
This is the only problem I've seen with these things. They don't mess around. They like to inhale.
Hunter. Also, don't mess with this switch down here.
Oh, did it get flipped over?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, Dad,
Yes.
are you going to explain why you are able to cast away from the bank and catch them?
Here?
Yes.
What do you mean away from the bank? Oh, I
Well-
mean, there's a point right up there.
There is a point right up there.
Yes. So,
But why are you casting out in the middle like that?
because there's somebody on the point. So there's a point right over here. There's somebody on it. I know from experience that there's a big weed line that runs this. So I'm fishing along the weed line rather than just casting out in the middle.
What did you do to my reel? What the heck? Fix it. Look at this.
What happened?
I come back and my reel's got more loops than Daytona. Jesus Christ. Oh my word. Not even castable loops. What did you do?
I didn't know if I still could bite that shit off.
He said I didn't know if I still could. He said I didn't want to embarrass myself. Look at this. That's a little bit better one.
Yeah.
Oh no. That's illegal.
Oh, look at this. This is good fish. A little better. There we go.
No, it's just a ladyfish.
Oh, look at that.
That's
thing.
that's pretty nice.
Look at that. Not a bad one, Dad.
Not a bad one.
Yeah, I'll switch it.
Just that reaction, dude. Like, that's all they want. Obviously,
Again,
choked it.
choked it.
Absolutely choked
That's the only problem with these baits. They choke them so much. I mean, it's a good problem to have, but
it's still a
it was. And you got a little blood there. He's
When
okay.
you buy the tackle box, make sure you get one of those cool to gag.
Yes.
Does
Sure,
the
you get
tackle
one of
come
these.
with it?
My new favorite. No, my new favorite tool. There's weeds right here at the bank, so you gotta keep it up.
Can you say weeds again?
Huh?
Can you say weeds again?
Weeds. They're weeds.
What was that?
What the
You can't say
It's
fuck on
illegal.
YouTube, God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. No strike me, please.
Just kidding. Go on this side and catch me that way. What are you doing over here? Those guys are catfishing. Like, come on. No, but for real, I lost my bait.
Cast toward that duck. Keep your rod tip up and reel. About that fast. You're doing the speed is good.
Gosh, camouflage so well. It's right next to
Did
the
you get
secret satchel. Match the hatch. Match the ground.
There we go. Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I didn't even set the hook or nothing.
Hunter caught him one on the tiny tadpole.
What are you using?
Sorry?
Tiny tadpole. He's using malted brown, or what are you using?
Multi brown.
Malted brown. You got malted brown, fireball, blue shimmer, bullfrog,
I almost put whatever.
the other little red thing.
Yeah.
That's fireball.
I like that one.
Oh, and yellow chartreuse.
You're a little fleshy part.
There is one in there, but it's broken.
Yes. I did that because I was slapping the weeds off a little excessively.
He said it. That one's damaged due to excessive slapping.
Excessive force. Use of excessive force.
They're just so easy to cast.
They are really easy to cast. They sink, which is not necessarily the greatest thing in the world, but
You can't have everything.
yeah, you can't have everything.
I'm a little too cold to be catching some right now, I think. I think they can feel my shivers through the.
Get some bright blue eyes. Yes, indeed.
All right, so starting to get dark. All right, starting to get dark. We caught, 10 or 12, something like that. What?
Tried to catch you in the air on accident.
Yeah, well, it happens.
How to make the best out of an hour of fishing.
How to make the best out of an hour of fishing. So you come out. We automatically did not go up to the dam where I've caught a lot of fish up there, but we did not go up there today because the wind wasn't blowing up there. We didn't fish this other little section down here that I almost always fish because that's where I catch a lot of mine. Because we threw a couple times there, not a lot of wind, so we moved on. We stayed on the windy banks and just moved around. Used something small. We were using the tiny tadpole today, and it was working pretty good. Rooster tail, little grub, anything. You go around the edges, cast around, and try to make the most out of an hour. Oh, one other thing. Make sure you have a pair of scissors and a hook remover, because the last thing you want to be doing is sitting trying to get a hook out of a fish's mouth for 15 minutes when you only have an hour to fish anyway. So
That's valuable time.
Yes.
Valuable time lost.
yes,
So yeah, make sure you
make
get
sure
one
you
of those.
make sure you have something to take the hook out of a fish's mouth, and a pair of scissors. Yeah, of course we recommend these. We sell these. But if you don't get this one, have something, because I just want you to have fun while you're fishing. Like I said, we sell the Tadpoles. You know, these work great when you're coming out just trying to have fun fishing. But if you don't use those, rooster tails, bitsy minnows, the little 2-inch grub on a jig head, come around here, go around the banks, have some fun.